Hello Libra, welcome to Monarch Intuition, and today I'm going to be doing your October 2022 mid-monthly check-in reading for you. So if you're new to my channel, what I like to do is I like to pull one major arcana to see the energy and then clarify with a different deck. So what's going on for the sign of Libra? What do we need to know for you, Libra? We have Temperance, divine timing, divine alchemy. So something is going to be revealed to you at the right moment, and at the right moment it's all going to make sense. I always love seeing the Temperance card because when we feel like nothing good is about to happen within our lives, we can always look to Temperance and understand that at the right moment, something will be revealed to us. Something good is about to come our way. Something positive, usually. Because Temperance is ruled by the Angel of Temperance. Now, what we have to understand is that we are not on our time. We are on the universe's time. We are on the angel's time. The angels take a while to manifest things within our lives. So when I see the Temperance, it's saying to hold on just a little bit longer. Things are playing out the way that they have to play out, but at the right moment, you'll understand why everything had a series of events, why everything had a chain of events. The Temperance and the High Priestess coming out is actually a very good thing. We haven't pulled the High Priestess or anything. I'm just saying Temperance with the High Priestess is a really good card combination because it helps you understand hindsight being 2020 and looking back at the past and saying how everything played out in order to lead you up to this event in your moment. Every time you were late for work, every time you dropped that cup of coffee on you, every time you had like a small little upset within your life, those series of events kept you back and pushed you forward to have that moment at the exact time that Temperance needed you to have that moment. So there is something very important for you in October, right here with the Temperance. Now, it can also be that you are on the right path to set a series of events off in the future for you. So that could also be the card of Temperance. So I'm going to be using the Revelations Tarot. This deck does have reversals, so I immediately have some cards falling out. We have the Four of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Four of Wands in reverse, and we have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So here's the thing that's very important for you to understand right here, Libra. Don't go and waste all of your pentacles. Don't go and just start giving out to things because you feel unhappy right now. Because what I'm seeing with this Four of Pentacles is that you want to spend money. You just want to have something. You want to feel something. Maybe you haven't felt anything in a really long time, any excitement, any love, any nurturing, and you're like, I'm just going to go out and blow all my money, right? Kind of like, there's that Queen Latifah movie. And in the trailer, she just said, when the guy gives her all the money, he's like, what are you going to do with all this money? She goes, I'm going to blow it. And that's the kind of energy that I'm seeing for you, Libra, is that don't go and blow all this money. Don't go and blow this energy right here, because Four of Pentacles is in reverse, saying that you're wanting to give your pentacles away. Maybe all the things that you've saved up for. Maybe you have, a nice little nest egg and you're like, you know what, screw it. Nothing good's going to happen, because the Knight of Cups is you're paying for emotional fulfillment right here. But with the Four of Wands in reverse is saying that it's very short-lived. The Four of Wands is a celebratory card, but because it's in reverse right here, it's saying that it's a very short-lived celebration. And so you're going out and doing it again with the Six of Pentacles. It's saying that you want to spend more money, because the Six of Pentacles upright is that there is a man who's giving money to the beggars, right? But in reverse, it's representing him inviting the beggars to his home and then giving them the home. That's something that you shouldn't be doing. It's not that you can't be a generous person. It's saying that you shouldn't just give up everything to other people right here because you want to feel some sort of excitement. So let's clarify this energy for you, Libra. Let's look at this Four of Pentacles. So in the meantime, what I'm seeing for you is that you want to do something. You want to have some sort of excitement. This could be, wanting to go on a trip right here. You want to just have a feeling. The Angel of Temperance is here to say, stop doing that. Don't feel that way. I kind of feel like it's a sense of boredom coming up in the month of October, just like this lull. You're like, when is something going to happen? When is something good going to happen? Let me just spend all my money. Let me just, waste it on other things until something happens. The Angel of Temperance is saying not to do that. So I'm going to actually clarify with the Angel of Temperance, because what you're wanting, what you're waiting for is about to be revealed. This card wants to come out, so I'm going to take it. The Fool. Yeah, exactly. The Fool over the Temperance right here. I wanted to clarify the Temperance. We have the Fool. A brand new reset for your life. A brand new beginning is about to happen. A brand new beginning with a clean blank slate for yourself. Now, the Temperance is saying that, if you're about to have a brand new beginning, hold on, wait. This could be, you're in one place right here, right? You're working, you're living your life, and then all of a sudden you're spending all your money. You're like, yeah, nothing good's going to happen. But then you get this really good job opportunity somewhere else, because remember, the Fool is wandering, right? You get a good opportunity somewhere else, and then you're saying, well, shit, I wish I had all that money to kind of like pack up everything and move over there. Now you're going to have to be like scraping by in order to get from one place to the next place. But what I'm seeing right here is that just hold on for a little bit. You wanted a new beginning? Okay, the new beginning is here. That's what you're asked for, okay? You wanted the new beginning. You prayed for it. You've been begging for this situation to happen for you. So don't get depressed in the month of October and think, I'm just going to spend everything. I'm just going to blow it, right? So let's look at this Four of Pentacles. What's going on with this Four of Pentacles? Five of Wands and the Empress. Yeah, because you're bored with money. It's like you want to cause chaos and confusion because you want to feel something. You want to feel some sort of excitement within the Empress. It's kind of like, you know, you have a nice TV because the Empress represents luxury, right? Represents having a lot of opulence around you, surrounded by wealth, surrounded by good things. But you want to shake things up a little bit with this Five of Wands. Like, it's not a major thing, but you want to shake it up a little bit. You're like, well, what if I go out and buy this new gaming system? Then I can, you know, have my friends over and we can all play video games together. Or what if I was to, you know, just repaint the walls? Like you're doing something just out of the need to do something right here, out of boredom. All right? Because the Empress, she's sitting on her throne, she's luxurious. But with the Four of Pentacles, she's like, I just want to spend everything. Now, let's look at this Knight of Cups. The Page of Pentacles with the Ten of Cups right here. Basically saying you're paying for happiness. You're paying for that spurt of dopamine within your life. I feel like this is all just going to be, you know, you're bored. And if you pay a little bit, you can have some sort of Ten of Cups happiness. Let me clarify this because it's basically saying the same thing again. We have the Four of Cups with the Tower, the Four of Wands with the Tower. We have the Seven of Cups with the Tower coming out. So Four of Wands, Seven of Cups, Tower. You're shaking things up with the fantasy, with an illusion for yourself within your life. Six of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles with the World. Because you want to complete a cycle. You want to have this Ten of Pentacles. You want to have something. You want to, you know, as I said with the Six of Pentacles, giving everything away to the beggars. It's like you're giving everything away to the world right here. Why would you do that? It's like you're handing out everything that you have to X, Y, and Z people. You shouldn't be doing that. So what can Libra do in this time period? What is the most beneficial thing for Libra? Because obviously, you know, spending money is not beneficial right here. Spending money for little bursts of dopamine and serotonin to just feel pleasure for a few brief moments until it all comes crashing down again with the Tower, because your illusion will quickly fade. It's kind of like all that glitters isn't gold. You're thinking everything that glitters is gold. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to take it. I'm going to get this. I'm going to get that. But when you get it, nothing makes you happy because it's kind of like, you know, fairy energy. Fairies are always bored. So you could be under the, you know, the spell of a fairy right here. Let's look at this. We have the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups, you know, he just wants his cup filled up. You want to have some sort of excitement. It's kind of like, I have an itch that needs to be scratched, but I don't know how to scratch it. But this Page of Cups. The Five of Pentacles, it'll leave you in poverty. The King of Pentacles. Here's what you can do, Libra. The King of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, and Page of Cups. There are a lot of things that you can do that are free, that are already put out there for other people, okay? For example, when I was younger, we used to have the park, the orchestra in our city go and play at the park. They would set up this giant amphitheater, whatever, and they would go and they'd play the orchestra for anyone who wanted to just sit in the park and listen to it. It was for rich, poor, whatever. Now, obviously, if you were rich, you could go and have, like, you know, the $200 dinner and, like, do the fundraiser and shit like that. But for just the average person, you could just sit next to the water. It was really cool. It was nice and beautiful. And listen to beautiful music play for, like, 2 hours. They would play show tunes. They would play beautiful stuff, right? And it was the symphony orchestra of the town or of the city. So do stuff that's poor, that's not designed to, you know, it's kind of like, you know, the Colosseum. They had seats for the rich, and then they had the seats for the people who couldn't pay anything. So do poor people things. And I'm not saying it in like a bad way or anything. I'm just saying that if you want to occupy your time right here, do things that rich people have set up for poor people. or for people who just might not be able to experience something. I know that that's kind of like messed up to say, but I mean, it happens all the time. There are plays that you can go to for free. There is that symphony stuff that you can do for free. You know, people oftentimes, when we look at the the King of Pentacles, is represented by Taurus energy. Taurus is ruled by the Hierophant, or 5. 5 being a holy number. You know, you could go to church. There are church events all the time people go to. It's October. There are plenty of, you know, mazes that you can go and see. There are plenty of things like, I know some people are going through like Salem, Massachusetts. A couple of my friends, they've gone up there. And, you know, they're just doing all the free tours. They're just, you know, going around town. Like, do things that are designed and that are put there by really big investors that are just for the general population, okay? This could be going to a museum. A museum's entry fee is like, I don't know how much it is now, but when I was younger, it was actually free to go to the museum, and you could donate if you want to at the front door. You give like, you know, a few dollars, but they didn't charge anything. And that might be different now. However, that's kind of what I'm seeing right here is occupy your time with things that are free. If you want to get your jollies off, if you want to feel something, if you want to have fun, go and do free stuff. Now, what other free stuff is there? You could do church events. You could go to museums. Look in the local paper. You know, they always have, you know, hay rides, and they also have X, Y, and Z. And maybe that's what you just need. Maybe you just need to get out of the house for a little bit. Maybe the problem right here, Libra, for you is that maybe you're so claustrophobic, stuck inside. Maybe you don't have any friends. You don't have anything to do. And you just want to order stuff on Amazon. You just want to buy things because you're like, oh, I want it. Oh, that looks like a cool deck, or that looks like a cool pair of shoes, but you're not going to wear it out. When you get it, you're probably not going to use it. I feel like what you need to do is kind of like get out of the house. The strength energy. You need to have like some sort of controlled environment to be in, but also be able to roam freely. Okay? So with this strength energy, you know, Angel is shutting the mouth of the lion. Angel is controlling the lion. You need to get out. You need to go and do stuff, but in a controlled environment where there are other people around, where you feel safe and comfortable, okay? Now the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups coming out saying you'll find your fulfillment in doing something else. And this is kind of like the cup that Temperance hands off to you. Maybe this is what you actually need right here. Maybe this is what the Angel of Temperance is telling you, because now we have the Angel of Temperance and the Angel of Strength coming out, saying that what you seek could actually be out in just general things. You know, there are really rich people who go to just social events where they don't have to pay money. The cheapest people in the world are rich, all right? The cheapest people looking for a deal, looking for, you know, X, Y, and Z are rich, all right? And maybe that's what the Angel of Temperance is telling you. Maybe you'll meet the love of your life, or meet someone that makes you happy, or just get involved. You'll meet the person who has the right job. Maybe you have a degree, but you just don't feel good. You don't want to leave. You're just like, there's no one out there for me, X, Y, and Z. Maybe you're feeling depressed right here. You're trying to buy your happiness, but you can't. It's saying, if you wander around in the cold, like this impoverished person, the King of Pentacles is there to fill up your cup. Okay? So wander around in like a corn maze. Wander around in, you know, whatever. In a controlled environment with the strength, and you will find happiness with the Ace of Cups, the cup that the Angel of Temperance hands off to you. You have the Eight of Cups wandering around. So it's kind of like, in a way, walking away from, you know, solid foundations. This could be within your home right here. You're taking a step out. You're taking your first step out. It's kind of like the Fool. Maybe you have been shut in for a while. A lot of people, you know, they didn't want to leave their house. They got a little bit scared. They got, you know, or lazy, whatever it is, because, you know, X, Y, and Z is going on in the world. Taking a step out of your home, okay? It could be weird. It could be scary. It could be wild. But that's what it's saying. You have the Knight of Cups upright, the Four of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, you can get your happiness by not spending anything. You can actually walk to your happiness, not have to pay anything, and still receive, you know, some sort of serotonin and dopamine. Because once again, the cups are about the emotions, the emotional realm. All right? Not the logical realm, not the physical realm, but the emotional happiness. By wandering, saving your money, you can receive some sort of happiness. Remember, the older brother is giving this cup to his sister. That's what this is. So let's look at your Witch's Familiar tarot cards. Actually, how does the Angel of Temperance hand off this cup? Let's look at this. How does the Angel of Temperance hand off this cup to you? I know that that's something that's very important. Like, what should you be looking for? What should you be doing? The Six of Pentacles with the Two of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. It's just a situation where something will be given to you to balance out logic. Logic will be balanced out by the angel handing you this cup, by you going and kind of representing the beggar, by you just kind of like showing up to an event that is free, that is meant for the general population, that someone else is putting on. It balances out the situation. You get some sort of news. So maybe you're invited to, like, a work scenario, a Halloween work event, or maybe a Thanksgiving work event. It could be, down the line. It could be just a party. Maybe you're sitting there, oh, parties are dumb. I'd rather just sit inside and be sad. I'd rather just, be alone, whatever. No, go out, Libra. Go and have fun, okay? So let's look at your Witch's Familiar cards. Go, and if you absolutely have to spend money, which I'm not saying for you to do, but try to find a nice little outfit. Take yourself out on a date. Do something for you. Well, actually, I don't know because I haven't seen a movie in years, but it used to be pretty cheap to go see a matinee movie. It was like $5. $5. This was at like Cinema 8, which is like not AMC. Like the seats are kind of bad. The screen's kind of fucked up. The reel for the film is a little bit, messed up. But they used to have $5 matinees, right? And you can get like a drink for $1 and $2 popcorns, or maybe it was the other way around. But for like $8 and some tax, you could go have a whole movie experience. I used to do that all the time. Like when I was waiting, because I used to work 2 different jobs. So I'd go from one job and I have like this 3-hour gap, and I would just go and see a movie waiting for the next shift to start at my other job because they were in the that place. And that was fun. So anyway, got to see a lot of movies that I would have never seen. Got a lot of interest that I thought I'd never would have had. Like, I used to go and see all those old Marvel movies before they actually became popular, when people were saying, oh, this is junky, this is stupid. Like, all the old Marvel movies. So, we have Deception, Spider. We have Fox, Cunning. So, with this Deception and this Fox energy, I'm not quite sure what this is right here for you. Maybe use some sort of cunning energy. You might be a female right here. Female foxes are kind of like vixens, play hard to get a little bit. That could be the airs that you're wanting to give off right now, is this deception vixen energy. Maybe you need to embody that. Maybe that's something that you have deep down inside, but you haven't gone out in public to display that, because that's kind of how I always view Libras. Libras always have like the vixen energy. It's different from Leo energy. Leo energy is kind of like they do their own thing, right? And they're usually by themselves. They usually do their stuff. But Libras always have like this very sultry, vixen, like even as a man, it's like very foxy, cunning, I'm kind of in charge kind of thing. Maybe that's what you just need to go and do. Give off that like mysterious vibe. Give off that very beautiful Libra energy that, Libras have. And that flirtatious attitude, that very air flirtatious energy, because I won't say all, Aquarians really kind of like their own thing, but Gemini and Libra have like very flirtatious energy. So let's look at your spellcasting oracle. But also be kind of like deceptive and cunning. Like, don't give off too much of yourself. Kind of use this energy to, hide things about yourself. Don't, give off all of the information all at once. Have like, a game of cat and mouse right here. What's this spider energy? Let's look at that. Career. Maybe you need to use some sort of deception within your career right here. Okay. That could be what this is. Maybe you have to, in a way, how can I say this? In order to get to the top, in order to, kind of claw your way to the top, you do have to be a little bit deceptive with certain things, all right? Finding, cunning. You'll find out information that you truly want if you are cunning enough to do so, all right? So use deception and cunningness in your career. You'll find what you're looking for. It's a talent. Maybe that's what you have. You have this talent. Libras generally tend to have like a very deceptive, cunning, vixen, talent energy. They can hide it behind like bimbo energy. Or guys can hide it behind, yeah, that sounds cool. Yeah, that's cool. They just kind of like, play along with it. But in the end, they kind of say, oh, that's kind of stupid. They can be kind of like a little bit backstabby. So with this energy right here, Libra, this is definitely what you need to embody for October. Maybe this is what you should, if you're wanting to dress up for Halloween, it's kind of like maybe be a fox. Brilliance. Be love. But be a nice person at the same time. Be, you know, to people who aren't trying to hurt you, to people who are just generally in your life, be loving to them. Not everyone, not everything is going to view you as a competition. You know, there are some people who might do the same job as you and are just starting out. You don't know why they're there. They might just be trying to pay their own bills. They just might be, they probably won't be there for very long. They probably hate doing the same thing that you're doing. You know, they might feel something is exhausting. Just, if they're not trying to be bad, if they're not trying to, you know, step on your toes or whatever, just, it is what it is. Brilliance. Dazzle them with your brilliance. Dazzle them with what you know how to do. If, like for instance, say you read tarot cards, and maybe that's how you make your money. Maybe that's something that you do, and you finally decide to go out by yourself and do something, and you meet someone, and they're like, what do you do? And it's like, well, I work for myself. Well, what kind of working for yourself? Well, you know, don't give off too much energy until they press the issue, and then once they're finally lured in, you can tell them, and then they'll be impressed, like, ooh, do this for me, and you can read their cards or whatever, you know, play it up. So that's the brilliance behind something right here. Show them your talent, show them your skills. So let's look at the Halloween Oracle. You have trick or treat, mischief in play, scrying, intuition. So scrying, using the scrying mirror. I actually talked about this a lot in Cancer's reading. Go and watch Cancer's reading if you haven't read it. It's kind of wild. So scrying. What's important to understand about scrying is that it reveals dark triad traits. It reveals kind of like the Machiavellianism, psychopathy, and narcissism. And depending on the varying degrees of the dark triad traits, people could have these very highly aspected. I talked about it a lot in the Cancer's reading. I know that it might not be something that you want to listen to, but if you want to understand scrying and the dark triad and alpha males and things of that nature, it goes heavily and deeply into the occult aspect right there. And the occult aspect behind scrying, what the dark triads are, what the alpha male is, how they used it in, like, you know, World War II, how they programmed and used propaganda to make people polarized even nowadays onto that aspect. So that's definitely something that you should go and look at. Mischief and play. I also talked about in Cancer's reading how you can dress up. That's something is like maybe one of those starlight or starlit vixens from like the 1930s, 1940s look. That would be something that's, you know, if you are on the level that I'm talking about, if you know what I'm talking about, in Project Monarch, whatever, go watch the Cancer's reading. Apply this. Instead of every time I say Cancer, think I'm saying Libra to you. All right. Now, I'm not saying this to get more views. I'm just saying this to you. This will really help you. All right. Now, let me look at your rune card. We have Feha, cattle, success, abundance, opportunity, earned wealth, and good fortune. The spiritual meaning is fulfillment, growth, and expansion. We have Sowilu, strength, success in all ventures, good health, and speedy recovery. So I feel like this is very good energy for you, Libra. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Yeah, definitely go and check out that Cancer reading if you're on that type of, you know, occultic level. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you later.